I hope that you're seeing the exact same thing as I'm seeing, which is numbers up. It's finally green. It's above 70,000. For the first time in about a month, when we had the big drop from 76 down to 60 something. This might go down to like 36k. So that we're still going to lose like 50% in the market. But does that happen? Let's talk about that. First though, in case you haven't heard about WEEX, we covered them a bunch of times on the channel. They recently finished a hackathon. They have lots of airdrops going on, and fairly soon you might also see them in case you watch La Liga, as they are the official regional partner as one of their next marketing endeavors. Plus, free to sign up, lots of coins available, no KYC required. Personally, an exchange that does everything that you need while being user friendly. Link for that down below. But now let's talk about numbers. So some people think this is going to go down by 50%, down to like 36k, give or take. Here's the issue. If we look at the all-time chart and we focus on the last 5.5 to 6 years, whenever there's a dip, people think they know better and they're going to find the exact point when it's going to go down. If this does the exact same thing, this part over here equals this top and this top equals this one, then it would mean for the next couple of weeks we do go up again, we have this bump, and then afterwards we're going to go down by like 50, 60, 70% and more. If it simply repeats the exact same pattern. Here's why it's a little bit different this time, I think. Number one, the entire thing is controlled anyways, and they probably don't just copy paste it and make the same decisions. Number two, if you look at graphs of Bitcoin accumulation by individuals versus institutes versus large holders and whales. Institutes now own, I think it was like 10% or 12% of the entire supply. They didn't own that back here. They bought that here. And with the ETF and lots of retirement funds buying into Bitcoin, I don't think we're going to see the exact same amount of lows, as those funds mainly keep it long term. They simply store it. Because let's say you are worth like $3 trillion and you pretty much control a big section of the market. In your case, time doesn't really matter. If you double your money in like 5 years or in 12, it doesn't really affect anything. You're insanely rich anyways. So what do? You simply buy it in this frame and then you wait. The big players, they pretty much bought everything in this frame and all they gotta do is wait. And we would think that if all the big players bought things in the, let's say, $50,000 to $70,000 range, that it's not going to go below that, simply for the reason that they probably communicated with each other anyways. And this is all rigged, meaning if they would send it down to like 30,000 or 40,000, they would have not bought it because they're the ones controlling it anyways. They would have crashed it first and then buy it back. And that's pretty much what already happened in the last couple of weeks and months. If it would go down significantly more, they would have not accumulated so much. Number two, if we believe this one goes up in the long time anyways, then it doesn't really matter at what point you buy which and when you sell and when you hold, as the trajectory is pretty much upwards regardless. Now, in case you have way too much in here and you want to make sure that you're more secure than last time, that you don't get hit too hard in case it does go down more. And it would simply repeat the exact same thing as 4 years ago. At the end of March in 2022, or we would see this drop down here until lows until December, which sucked pretty hard. Then sell half now. Even though it's already down. If you were to sell half, you still have the upside potential, but you don't get fucked too hard. Option two. Simply accumulate no matter what the price is, whether it's 70,000 or 40,000 or 130, and live below your means for a little while. And that's not just for Bitcoin, for any coin. I mainly like penguins. If I believe penguins is going to go to like 5 to 10 to 20 billion a market cap, which would mean it's at least a 10x in here, which I'm fairly certain when we have the actual war run. Then right now, every single dollar I spend would be $10 in the future if I buy that. And if you have any other altcoins that you buy and accumulate over time, that maybe like River went up by 90% alone in the last week, then pretty much every single dollar that you spend right now and that you live above your means is a waste compared to the future. So if you spend, let's say, $2,000 a month, but you could bring it down to like 800, and you have 1,200 extra to invest, which would then do a 10 to 20x, then technically right now, by the way you're living, you're wasting $12,000 to $24,000 a month. Which is all mental gymnastics and just math and numbers. But it kinda do be like that. Because if you had an extra $1,000 a month simply by sacrificing comfort for a little while, then the upside potential is huge. And in case you get hit with the downside where you buy things up here and then they go down, then you didn't really lose anything because you you're still alive. Might not be as comfortable in a different apartment, but you're still you. So there's not really any downside. You can detach yourself from material things. And the upside is like a 20x in whatever coin. And you get peace of mind because there's nothing really to lose. So that's my strategy for end of this year. Downgrading everything that can be downgraded. If your car payments are like $900 a month, what about you get a 20-year-old Toyota for a year? And then you save $600 a month, which is $7,200 a year. With the 20x, that's $144,000 because you can throw it into meme coins. Just saying. Plus, if this is our trajectory in life and we want to live life up here, but we can't because that's really expensive, and you don't want to have it completely shit, we're like somewhere here-ish, where we don't really have the exact thing that we want because that's like way too expensive. So we get something that is somewhat tolerable, but we still feel like this is quality. If we instead bring it down here, you save another like 70%. It's almost the exact same thing. Compared to that up there, there's a giant gap anyways, because this down here is like an improvement of 10% for double the money, while you still don't have what you want. So if you don't have what you want anyways, then downgrade, go down here for a while, invest everything, or in crypto it's gambling, if we're honest, and buy altcoins or whatever. And then if you do get to the point where you can afford this, you're either really happy up there, or you realize you never needed that, or you wanted to have his freedom, and then you can stay down here. You save like 95% of all the money that you make, and you're actually financially free, and you detached yourself from the box that you wanted to live in. Just thoughts to consider. Let's see how this one looks tomorrow. Maybe it's at 65,000. Maybe it's at 75. Turns out we have no idea. And with that being said, links to everything down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.